Okay, well that was a thriller.
Yes.
Zane, congratulations.
Thank you.
Discussing whether that match should be the comeback of the season between Chayton and me, but unfortunately, playoffs games don't count, so it's all good. Anyway.
What? They don't count? I thought it just wasn't that good. Oh.
No. For the awards, you have to do it during the season. So, well, thank you, everyone. Thank you for coming. Thank you for the spectators. I guess you guys were upstairs. Shushmi's in the toilet in case anyone's looking for it. Okay. So, let me. Before the awards that we have here and the Champions Trophy and everything, let me just say a few things about some other things. First of all, next Saturday we have Rally 28 here. You may have noticed that some of the posters up here, also the PowerPoint going there. Rally 28 is an initiative that the PSA and World Squash and one other organisation that I can't remember have initiated, so that squash inclusion of the Olympic Games in LA in 28 will have some lasting impact. So we're having a first Rally 28 here in Austin, right here, next Saturday. We've got all sorts of players coming in, I guess, in terms of from different parts of Austin. But yeah, if you've got 30 minutes, if you've got an hour, if you've got 5 hours, the courts are available between 12 and 5. We will have some exhibition matches. And we will have Jeff Johnson here from the PSA just to say a few words about Rally 28. So keep that in mind. Secondly, I'd like to thank UT for having us and the Longhorns for supporting us. So thank you for that. And for those of you who didn't realise it tonight, we actually had, as you know, ACS is a non-profit organisation. We had the full board here tonight.
That's right.
Yes, we did.
Not anymore. One of them left.
Nick Sutton is the president and the director. This gentleman here, Diok, is the director, and I'm the humble company secretary. It's our full
Yeah, let's go, John!
They get all the glory, and I do all the work.
That's right. That's exactly right.
Also, I'd like to thank the captains. Being a captain is not an easy thing, because you have to organise 8 players. You need 4 of them every week to play, and it's amazing how difficult that can be from time to time. I feel for Danny tonight, for example, because 2 of his star players weren't here tonight. They were out of town, so that's the way the cookie crumbles. But thank you, captains. We couldn't do it without you, because you actually are the ones that manage the league competition. So thank you for that. I'd like to thank the players as well, because without the players we wouldn't have a competition. Yeah. So. In particular, I like to recognise the efforts you all put in, and I think tonight you saw the amount of effort and stress and just sheer grit that everyone showed to play this game. But also just like to thank everyone for the sportsmanship and the fairness you show each other on the court and off the court. So it's very supportive atmosphere here. So I think that's what really sports is about. So thank you for that. To Chayton and his cameras. He does great work. He gets the matches up on YouTube, and I know some of you watch that to study up on your opponents from week to week. So that's good. Thank you, Chayton, for doing that. I know it takes a lot of work.
Yes, it does.
And he's gone now, but I always like to thank Nick, because although we don't see him very much, as you know, he's down south building a racket club, which eventually, in the next few years, will include some squash courts. So we should all be excited about that. But he's incredibly busy there. But he did turn up tonight for a change, which is nice. And he will be one of the exhibition matches next Saturday as well. So thank you, Nick, for that. He does give good leadership. We had a board meeting just a month ago or so.
That's right.
And it was good to get together with him. He definitely has a bigger vision for what can happen in squash than I think both Diog and me have, right?
That's right.
Yeah. So, anyway, let's get on the awards. Firstly, after the awards, we will have pictures on the courts. So don't run away. Pictures of all the winners.
And 1 second before you say that, in John's honor today, I want to say one quick word, which is 4 years ago when I started coming to these courts at Gregory Gym and Rec Sports, there were like some odd players that would come by here and there. And we started putting them on a WhatsApp group. And then we found John. Up until the point where we found John, it was just people trying to self-organize in a poor way that did not succeed. But when John came in, his stewardship of these things, making sure that every single match...
Oh, enough.
No. I'm just saying,
John.
you deserve this, John.
Yeah.
John is sort of the glue that keeps this group together. For the 4 years we've been here, even when he's on vacation, he makes sure we have the right information, that people have directions to follow, and that the event goes according to plan. So I just wanted to give a round of applause to John. Let's go, John!
Jimmy, now I'm all teary-eyed. Anyway, most valuable player award is first. And for those of you who don't know how this works, during the season, every week, the captain gets one vote to pick the most valuable player on the opposite team. Not on his or her own team, but on the opposite. At the end of the season, we add it all up, and usually it's incredibly tight. In fact, 2 seasons ago, I think we had 11 or 12 most valuable players because everyone had the same votes. We switched it up a little bit this season. The captain still had the vote at the end of each night, but at the end of the season, we looked at the total tally of players and who they were, and then the captains were given a season's vote of 3, 2, 1, 3 for the best they thought, and then 1 for the lessers. And so that's how we worked out the winner of this. It's interesting to note that out of the 50 players that play in this league, 21 players got a vote during the season. Wow. So that's quite amazing. So. So we had to separate them, so I'm glad we brought in the new system. Chayton, thank you for that. It was in your thing. So 3, 2, 1 votes. We had 3 final nominees. We had Jahan Baines, Justin McCreary, and Noah Menikoff. In third place was, with 5 points, was Justin McCreary.
Go Justin!
In second place with 11 points was Jahan Baines. No trophy. But in first point, and he played in this competition for the first time this year, he's from Lifetime South, and that's Noah Menikoff, who just played some incredible matches, and he won with 14 votes. So he's not here tonight. Okay, the next awards, or the next number of awards, the best match of the season, the best comeback of the season, and the Ironman award, is really all based around the games that went to 5 games, the matches that went to 5 games. And believe it or not, out of the 60 matches we played, 15 went to 5. So 25% of our matches went to 5, which is quite an achievement, I think. So it really shows that the captains were doing a good job matching people up. So, we had some nominees for that. Let me just get to my second page here. Had some nominees for that. The first one is the comeback of the season. And the nominations we had for that was Shushmi Gupta, Noah Linsell, and Peter Ola. So both Peter and Noah had tremendous comebacks against Ricardo Cresta and Lakshya Rustagi to win in 5 games. They really were fantastic comebacks. So maybe they should have got that, but at the end, after the recommendations from the captains and my own decision, because for these awards it's the commissioner's decision, which is me. The comeback award really goes to Shushmeet Gupta. Who was in the toilet.
He's not.
Where is he?
I don't know.
He came out and then he went over there.
Did he really? Okay. And this happened in round 6 on March 30th against Danny. And Danny just left before as well. And really, I watched that match, and Danny played an incredible first 2 games. He's left-hander, of course, as we all know, and he had Shushmeet going in all directions, easily winning the first 2 games. And we all know Shushmeet is a little bit slow to warm up, but he warmed up finally. And yes, he came out, and even though the 3rd game was tied early, Shushmeet really started to push Danny around and won the 3rd game relatively easy, 11-5.
Go, Shushmeet!
Stay there. Shushmeet won that 3rd game, and the 4th game saw more of the same, with Shushmeet winning early on in the game. But then Danny really fought back hard and took a lead, and at 8-7, 9-all, 10-all, and finally then he won the fourth game. Sorry, Schuschmidt won the fourth game 12-10. And that's, I think, where you broke, Danny. Because even though the last game was pretty tight, I think young legs against experience, and the fifth game young legs won. So Schuschmidt won the comeback of the season award. No, because as I said already today, these awards are for the matches during the season, so that everyone has the same chance to win them, not the ones that play in the finals. This is what we played for in the finals. Match of the season. Again, based on nominations by the captains, we had Rowan Potter versus Chayton Mather, and Tyler Smith versus Parth Mather. And there's no doubt that Tyler and Parth have a real growing rivalry. There's no doubt. If you watch the matches between these two, they will grind themselves into the ground to beat each other. And last week it was the same, and during the season it was the same. So, but the match of the season to me has to go to Rowan and Chayton. And let me tell you why. I think I was one of the few people that was here to see this match, because this happened late in round 2 on March 9th. The match between the two teams, they're both captains, was already decided, and on they went to play. And it looked at first that Rowan was looking at the match very much like, hey, okay, everything is over, what am I fighting for, not a problem. And so the first game...
I'd like to say this was at 9:30 p.m. by the way.
Yeah, I know it was late at night, I said late at night. So Chayton took the first game like 11-7 or something, I think, from memory. And it was easy. But then sometimes towards the end of that first game, I saw something in Rowan. All of a sudden, he changed gears. So out he came from the second game. And boy, this is where it really started getting interesting, because he came out and he just threw everything once again at Chayton. And they played such a hard second game, a long second game, that Chayton finally managed to win off his knees, 15-13.
Wow. Whoa.
On to game 3, and there was no doubt that Chayton was winded. He was suffering. In fact, he was suffering something awful, and I think he decided that maybe I should just let game 3 go. On the other side of the equation, Rowan walked on with his eyebrows lowered, full determination in his face to easily win the 11-2. But Chayton has had time to recover now. So Chayton comes on for game number 4. And neither of them took any prisoners. And they really raised their game to another level. Incredibly long rallies, and you might remember them. And yeah, really tight game. And Rowan won 12-10. On to the 5th, and this was really interesting, because now both players came back on with their eyebrows down. Both of them brought on some kitchen sinks onto the court, which they threw at each other for the entire 5th match. It was amazing. And yeah, I don't know how they survived it, but at the end, Rowan won 14-12.
Yeah.
14-12. The game took an hour. They played a total of 107 points.
Wow.
107 points. Of course, both players get a trophy for that, so well done, guys.
I'm getting that.
And the last award we have is the Iron Man Award. And we had some nominations there as well. Chayton Mather was one. And yes, you were one, because the only 2 matches I think that Chayton played was the first 2 before he injured himself. They both went to 5. We just talked about one of them. The other one was against Alex. Also went to 5. But it's difficult to give an award for someone that loses, Chayton, so I'm sorry about that. That's just the way the cookie crumbles. Kim also played 2 best-of-5 matches, which he won, so he was definitely in the hunt. And he scored an impressive 96 points in his 10 games over the 2 matches. So almost 10 points a game. But not to be outdone, because the winner scored 101 points in 2 5-set matches, so that's 10.1 points per game. That's incredible. And that would be Ben.
Yeah,
Congratulations. Yes, you need to read your text. I put your name down in it. All right. Now that was well deserved. You just think about that. He played 10 games, and in each game his average score was 10.1. I think the lowest he had was in one game was 7 points, and he had a few games above 11 points though. So it was quite an incredible way. All right. Now.
It was not incredible for me, but sure.
Go on.
You played at 9:30.
You got 107 points, but you lost. Okay. Next and finally is the presentations of the trophies for the winning teams. Just to remind everyone, these are genetic nameplates on these trophies. Next week I will have the individual nameplates that I can give to you, so you can replace these, so it becomes your trophy with your name on it. So in third place, Rohan, we've got your team. Where's Rohan? There, yeah.
Right here.
And the Mueller marksman, and I'm let's see who's in that team. What happened to mine? Oh dear me. I had the team sheet here somewhere. Anyway, all right. Rohan can tell the names. Yeah, Rohan.
Yell them out, Rohan.
Rohan.
Fine, you know the name.
Oh.
Call out the name.
Call out the names of your team. I lost my team sheet. Bart.
Oh, there he is. Someone grab this.
Bart, congratulations.
Oh, Bart.
Yeah, who else?
Yes, thank you very much. Peter.
Peter. Peter, congratulations.
Thank you. Annika had to leave.
Annika had to leave.
Kabir is at home, but he's asking me about his trophy right now.
Kim, yes, yes, you have it. Kim isn't here.
And then Ben.
Ben! Hold on, there's one more, there's Simon.
And Simon.
Face the camera.
Let's go. 0 wins.
11 total points this season.
And back in the final, which is nice to see, is Tyler's team, the Nichols City Knicks. So congratulations, Tyler. You get a silver one. And we have Carl. Oh, there, hiding in the corner. We have Shushmeet, second trophy of the night. We have Vikram. Vikram is usually the lucky charm for the team. I think this is the first time he got second place, right?
Yes,
the
yes.
first time he's got second place.
That's right.
Every other time he's got first place. Justin. What an effort tonight. Justin was playing with an injury tonight, and boy,
Yes.
he put up some battle against the York, so well done.
They
Tom
told me you were injured and I didn't see it.
Tom left.
Yes. We have Saloni here. Is there a doctor in the house? Yes, there is. And Mian. Best attendance. Oh, best attendance for sure. You're always here. All right, then for the winners, of course. First time that Zane has captain the team.
Oh,
And congratulations. And you can see why he's successful by the effort he put into that last match. I mean, we really didn't think you could come back from there, but
Yes, we did.
I didn't think he could come back from there.
Ye man of little faith.
That's me, Dario.
Whoa!
Great effort, Dario. Well done. Then we have Diok. Is Diok here?
Yes.
There he is.
Reliable player.
Secondary.
Zane's already given it to Jahan.
Well
played. Well done. Well done. Rohan Ravi is not here. Nikhil is not here, and Summer is not here. Okay, is that right? Yes, that's it now. No trophy. I jumped at.
Thank you so much.
Yes, you did. All right. So now that's the end of that. No, it's not the end of that.
Victory.
Not the end at all. Victory speech by the captain.
Yeah. Let's go, Captain. Minute max, okay?
No, I'd just like to thank all the players for
Louder,
showing
we
up.
can't hear you.
I would like to thank all of my players for showing up every single time. Dioc for showing up at the end when it counts. Made it work. I'd like to thank everybody who showed up. And I started playing squash just recently, and I really enjoyed coming back into it again.
Is your nose growing? Is your nose?
Recently again.
Yes, yes.
That's why I signed up. It's just fun playing here. It's just a good environment, and you want to just come back into it again and again. And thank you for organizing this. This was amazing.
So we're going to go on court now for some pictures, but before we do that, we should also realise that we're actually saying goodbye to a couple of people in this group that are leaving because their studies are finished. One of them is Annika. Annika is leaving, and the other one is Shushmi.
Oh no! Where are you going? Bring it in, Sushmi. No idea. Group hugs.
So we'll miss you guys for sure.